Hello, hello. I am back for another video where I want to talk about the desperation that I had when it came to quitting my 9 to 5 job and the desperation that I carried into my new business journey after I quit. My name is Velia, and welcome to my channel where I document the progress and the struggles and successes of my business journey. And I learn to harness entrepreneurial energies for growth and for self leadership. So, um, back in 2017, no, I'm sorry, 2019, something like that. Yeah, 2019, 2020. I wanted to quit my job. I wanted to quit my 9 to 5 job. I hated having to work. I hated it. I hated my coworkers. I hated everything. My boss. I hated what I was doing. It wasn't my passion. And I just wanted to do something else. I was watching YouTube videos and I was watching all these influencers, watching all these coaches, and I just wanted to do something different. And so I was so desperate to quit my job, so desperate. And um, I made a mistake. I made a big mistake when I did that. I don't think I made a mistake quitting my job, finally making the decision, which I did sometime in 2020, late 2020. But I made a mistake quitting and not being mentally prepared. In other words, I still had desperation. I was going into my new journey as an entrepreneur in the state of desperation. So I thought that by quitting my job, I will feel so much better. That's not true. That's not true. When I finally made the decision to quit my job, it felt good for a few days. I felt so relieved. I felt like I had all the time in the world. But then it started to set in that I have a limited time because I have limited funds now. I don't have that security anymore of that check, that dependable amount that I'm getting monthly. So very quickly, the desperation to make money started to settle in. The desperation to get the business going fast enough started to bubble up. And that was a big mistake. That was a huge mistake because I didn't know how to have faith. And if you watched my other videos, one of the biggest lessons that I learned later was that being flexible with how the business is developed. And I didn't know how to be flexible because I didn't have the trust and confidence that it will all work out no matter how long it takes. That's what faith is, trust and confidence. So I really didn't have faith that my business would succeed quick enough. And I was scared. And the truth is that it takes time to build a business. It absolutely takes time to build a business. And I was wanting it quick. I was buying into the gimmicks of, you can do this in 6 months. You can do this very quick. You can be at 6 figures by the end of the year. And I wasn't having faith that I would be okay if it took longer. That's really what I lost faith in. So I created this belief in my head that it had to be done within 6 months. It had to be done within a year. And then behind that belief, I started to tell myself, if it doesn't, I have to go back to work. I have to go back to a job that I hate, working for someone else. So that created more pressure, and on that belief that it has to be done in 6 months, it has to be done in a year, or however long I kept that limit, that time limit on it. And I regret doing this because I was trying to bust out products and services that were just inauthentic. They were not me. They were they were they were holding the energy of rushing behind it. They had me even presenting it to people was I had anxiety. I had energy of desperation and anxiety behind it. And so if I presented that product to someone, whatever service I was trying to sell, the people, the potential customer was feeling that tension within me. They were feeling that desperation. And so they didn't feel confidence within me. They didn't feel an energy that I wanted to transmute to them, which was calmness and confidence and that I have a trust in what I'm doing. I gave them the wrong message through body language, through my energy that I carry, and that transferred to them over the phone or even online or in person. So I held on to that desperate energy, and that was my biggest mistake. Not having faith that I was going to be okay no matter how long it took, and that even if I had to go back to work, I was still going to be okay. And it wasn't until like about 2 years into my journey where I started to realize I have to go back to work. I might have to go back to work soon. I might have to start looking for another job. It wasn't until then did I realize how committed I was to my entrepreneurial journey. Because I remember telling myself, even if I have to go back to work, even if it's full-time, part-time, it doesn't matter. I will not give up on my business and on creating my business. And that's when I realized there's the commitment. There's that commitment that I needed, that faith that no matter how long it takes, I will create it. And that's what I was missing in the beginning. And that faith has now grown. That trust and confidence that I will not give up has grown to where now I don't care how old I am. Now I know that I'm going to develop the best product, and I don't care how long it takes. I mean, I do care how long it takes. I don't want it to take forever, but I guess what I mean is that I can slow down and not rush myself to develop a shitty product is what I mean. It's gonna have value. It's gonna impact someone the way I want it to, and I have faith that I can do that each day, even if it takes longer than I really want. I hope that makes sense. I think I'm making sense. If not, I'll probably make another video on this to expand on it. But I wanted to share that with you. So I hope that helps. If you like what you are hearing, if anything, any of this is resonating with you, feel free to leave a comment because I can possibly touch on something else that you're interested in. And I might be able to touch on something that I didn't, expand on in this video. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.